Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Altcoin Mentors YouTube channel. My name is Peter, and I'll be doing the daily updates for Bitcoin. If you followed us for the last few days, Ether and Litecoin, there's been very little volatility and volume, so we haven't really been trading it that well, so there's really not that much to talk about. So I'll show you the Litecoin chart, just to show you what's been going on. So Litecoin took off last week. On the 8th, February 8th, we made a video saying that Litecoin might have a possible breakout to the upside. It ended up going there, so we were right. But for the last 5 days or so, it's been channeling within the daily range. So the daily ATR for Litecoin is 24.6. The recent high was 236, and the recent lows are about 212. So we're right on that spot, and we've basically been going up, down, and now we're trending up. But until it breaks out, it probably can't go to the next cycle, next area, which is 260. So for us, for me personally, ideally, I'd like it for it to come down a little bit, closer to the 185. I have this ideal buy zone, anywhere between 185 and 205. If it comes into the zone, then I might aggressively buy it, because then my profit targets at 260 has good potential, especially when it comes to a risk-reward ratio. So let's talk about Bitcoin, our current trade. So yesterday, I told you on TradingView and on YouTube that there was a possible signal that was coming in. The signal came in at 10,750. We put in our trade. We got filled at 10,770. We put our trailing stop here at 10,250, because it's also, once again, about the risk-reward ratio. So our target is 11,800, right? So we're looking to make about $1,000 on this trade. So if we do a standard 2-to-1 ratio, that put up our stop loss at about $500, which was around 10,250, which is a little bit larger than the ATR, right? But it's the understanding that in the beginning of a trade, the first few bars can be very volatile, right? So you have to be able to withstand the volatility and the range. After that, it changes. So currently, Bitcoin is at 11,140. So we're up 400. So we're up a little bit above, higher than the ATR. But we're looking to make daily ATR for our swing trades. So until it gets to 1100, we can't really tighten it up too much. So what I did recently was I moved up my trailer, but to the bottom of this change of color, because it went down, never really confirmed, and then it went back up. And so that number is 10,380. So I'll change that for you now so you can see the change. Right, 10,375. So that's our trailer. So even now, even though we're up 400, right, our entry point was right in the middle. So we can't really put in a trailing stop where it actually becomes a profit. Because let's say we move our stop loss up to here. So I'll use this, I'll create a new line. All right. So let's say we put our trailer up to the bottom of this candle, which is 10,900. The issue with that is that, yes, you can make a small profit of 130, but if it turns back really quick and there's volatility, and the volatility for the 4-hour is 348, you're within that range. So most likely you're going to get stop lossed out, and you're going to have a small profit, but the direction might still continue to go to the upside. So you have to give it a little bit of space. And the understanding of that is based on time frame, right? So I think a lot of times when people are learning how to trade, they don't understand how to use a time frame for how long they should expect to be in a trade. So I'll do a little simple math for you. So the idea is very simple. If you're looking at a 4-hour chart, like I do 4-hour swing trades, that's 240 minutes. The average usually for a hold is about 20 periods. So that's 4,800 minutes, right? So then you divide it by 60 minutes. Not divide it. We'll do this again. Sorry for that. So we have 4,800, and then we'll divide it by 60. Right, so now we have 80. We divide it by the number of hours in a day. So the average swing trade will last about 3.3 days. And then if you go to the cycle a little bit higher, we'll go to a 50 period, 240 times 50, right? And then you divide it by 60, right? And then divide it by 24. So it's 8.5. So basically the average time for, I won't say the average, but the most likely scenario for a swing trade is anywhere between 3 days to 8 days. So you can't make decisions after 1 day or a day and a half, right? That's why we swing, because we don't want to be making a trade every single day. If we wanted to make a trade every single day, we wouldn't be looking at the 4 hour. We'd probably be looking at the 60 minute or the 30 minute or the 15 minute, because signals come and you can make decision points faster in that given cycle. But if you're looking at a 4 hour candle and you want to swing, the understanding is that you have to stay grounded, right? It's, we call it the root chakra, right? You have to stay in place, stay grounded. Don't let the outside forces determine your decision making, because the trade is going to last between 3 days to 8 days. By understanding that, you won't tighten up your stop losses too tight, and you won't miss that nice big run if it comes. So our target is 11,800. We've been in this trade for a little over a day. We probably have another day or so for it to go, because that's generally what it takes. It's going to take some time for it to get here. So even though the ATR is 1100, it's not stacked 1100. So you don't go from 1,000 here to 1,000 here to 1,000 here to 1,000 there, and then you get there in a few days. So what happened is that it went from 1,000, like here, it went down 1,000, it went up 1,000, it went down a little bit, but then it went up another 1,000, then it went up another 1,000. And now we're in an up and down cycle, right? 1,000 up, 1,000 down. Now we're on a current 1,000 up. So if things go well, then we can go another 1,000 up, and we might be kicked out probably by early tomorrow, possibly, right? Or even the next day. But the understanding is that we have to give it some time. So here I want to give it some time. So if the trade goes up to closer to 11.6, closer to our target, then I will trail it a little bit tighter, because the least amount of money I want to make on this trade is the 4 hour ATR. So that means that I could just get out right now if I wanted to make the least amount of money. But my charts tell me that the next target is 11,800. But once it gets down to 11,600, then what I will do is I will make sure that my minimum profit for this trade is the 4 hour ATR. So if I'm at 11,600, for example, then what I'll do is I'll put my stop loss around 11.25. This way I am locked in for my minimum desired profit. So hope this helps. So today was a light day for me. It's been a holiday for the futures markets. So it's been pretty light. All I've been trading is Bitcoin, but since I'm doing it on a 4 hour chart, I missed the move earlier because I was sleeping on the short-term trades. So you're gonna miss some of those, and I don't chase. So I'm just gonna wait for my next signal, and it hasn't really come yet. So the 4 hour, the swing trade, I am managing it, but on a 4 hour basis. The decision points don't come all the time. So hope this helps. If you have any questions, please write in the comment section. We'll be more than happy to answer. If you'd like to see anything else, just let us know. And please follow us. Thank you.